go through the window. Wilson, don't leave me.
Okay, doctor.
Get somebody on the telephone. Get that man, Mr. Dow, out of here.
Right away, doctor.
Don't leave me.
Just a minute, doctor. Dumpy, Wilson, get out his clothes bag and get him down here.
Don't leave me.
Calm down.
I want to see Dr. Chumley.
Hey, Myrtle.
Hello.
Chumley, we've got to talk. This thing's serious.
It certainly is.
Now, is there somewhere we can go to talk?
Not there.
The doctor doesn't want anybody in his office right now.
No, sir.
Have a seat then, Chumley.
Have a seat then, chum. Don't leave me.
Here are my notes. Facts. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Now, Chumley, has it ever occurred to you that there might actually be something like this rabbit Harvey?
Of course there isn't. And anybody who thinks so is crazy. Well, don't look at me like that. There's nothing funny about me. I'm like my father's family. They're all dead.
Now then, Chumley, my client, the plaintiff, Miss Beta Louise Simmons, swears under oath that on the night of November 2nd, while standing in her kitchen hearing her name called, she turned and saw the big, white rabbit Harvey. Resenting the intrusion, the plaintiff made certain remarks and drove the creature from her home. It went.
What did she say?
She was empathetic. The remarks are not important.
What did she say to get that creature out of her sanitarium? I mean, her home.
Oh, I'd hate to have you tell him, Judge. It isn't a bit like Mother.
She looked it dead in the eyes and exclaimed in the heat of anger, "To hell with you!"
To hell with you! He went?
Yes, you went. But that is not my point. My point is it perjury, or is it something we can cope with? I ask for your opinion, Doctor.
Dr. Sanderson, please disregard what I said to you this afternoon. You are a very astute young man, and I want you on my staff.
Oh, Lyman, did you hear?
Oh, baby!
See you later.
Doctor, you must keep Uncle Elwood out here.
No, I want this place back the way it was before he came out here this afternoon.
I know what you mean.
You do?
Well, it certainly gets on anyone's nerves the way Uncle Elwood knows what's going to happen before it happens. This morning, for instance, he told us that Mrs. McClaney's Aunt Rose would drop in on her unexpectedly tonight from Cleveland.
And did she?
Did she what?
Aunt Rose, did she drop in just as Harvey said she would?
Oh, yes. Those things always turn out the way Uncle Elwood says they will. But what of it? What do we care about the McClaneys?
And these things, you say they happen often.
Yes, and isn't it silly? He says that Harvey tells him everything, that Harvey knows everything. But how could he if there's no such thing as Harvey?
Fly specks! I've been living my life among fly specks while miracles are leaning on lampposts off 18th and Fairfax.
Oh, good. Nobody here but people.
Mother, you promised you wouldn't come out here.
Good evening. Now, Colonel, may I brought Elwood his bathrobe? Well, what are you all just doing standing around? I thought you'd be committing him.
Sit down there, girl.
I will not sit down there.
Doctor, may I give a professional opinion?
Yes, by all means.
His opinion? Omar, this is the one I warned you about. Eyes.
Doctor, it is my professional opinion that Elwood P. Dowd is suffering from a third-degree hallucination and that the other party involved is a victim of autosuggestion. I recommend shock formula number 977 for him and bed rest at home for her.
You do?
Yes, doctor, that's my professional opinion. We've used it in hundreds of psychopathic cases.
Don't you call my brother a psychopathic case? There's never been anything like that in our family.
If you didn't think he was a psychopath, why did you bring him out here?
Well, where else could I bring him? I couldn't bring him to jail, could I? Besides, this thing is not your Uncle Elwood's fault. Why did Harvey have to speak to him in the first place? A town full of people, and Harvey just had to choose him.
Stop putting your oar in. You're always putting your oar in. Now, if this treatment will get rid of Harvey, then that's exactly where we want Elwood.
Doctor, I'm not sure that this injection would work in a case of this severity.
It always has.
Harvey always follows Elwood home.
He does?
Yes, but once you give him the injection, then Elwood won't be able to see him. And when Harvey comes to the door, I'll take care of him.
Mother, won't you stop speaking about Harvey as if there was such a thing?
Myrtle May, you have a lot to learn, and I hope you never learn it.
Here he is.
Oh, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Elwood. I brought you your bathrobe.
Oh, thank you, Baden.
Well, Chumley, what do? We gotta do something.
We must.
Yes, it's imperative.
Well, while you're all discussing things, why don't we all go down for a drink at Charlie's place?
Oh no, Elwood. You're staying right here.
Stay here, son.
You want me to stay, and I want to leave. Well, a good element of conflict in a discussion is always a good thing. That means that everybody is included and no one is left out. I like that. Doctor, did you get along with Harvey?
Well, Chumley, we're waiting.
I need a minute to speak with Mr. Dowd. If you could all please step in the other room, I'll have my diagnosis in just a moment.
Please hurry. You stay here, Elwood.
Mr. Dowd, let me get you a chair. Is there anything else I could get you?
What did you have in mind?
What kind of man are you, Mr. Dowd? Where did you come from?
I gave you one of my cards.
And where on the face of this tired old earth did you find a thing like him?
You mean Harvey, the hookah?
Is it true that he has a special function, that he can...
Gets advance notice? I'm happy to say it's true. Harvey is very versatile. He can stop clocks.
But why? To what purpose?
Oh, well, you know the expression, his face can stop a clock? Well, Harvey can look at a clock and stop it. So you are free to go wherever you want, with whoever you want, for as long as you want. And when you return, not a moment will have passed by.
You mean that he actually...
Well, I mean, Einstein has overcome time and space, but Harvey has overcome not only time and space, but any objections.
And does he do this for you?
Well, he can and he would, but so far, I've never been able to think of a place I'd rather be. I always have a perfectly wonderful time, just where I am, whomever I'm with.
I know where I'd go.
Where?
I'd go to Akron.
To where?
There's a cottage down there, in a grove of maple trees. It's cool, green, beautiful.
My favorite tree. Oh, would you care to lay down, Doctor?
Oh, no. Mr. Dowd, tell me, could he do this for me?
Oh, he could, I'm sure. I've never heard Harvey speak a word against Akron. By the way, Doctor, where is Harvey now?
Why, don't you know?
The last time I saw him, he was with you.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he went to Charlie's place?
Charlie's place. Yes, that's where he went. Charlie's place.
Okay, if you'll excuse me, Doctor, I have to say goodbye to my friend, Dr. Sanderson.
Mr. Dowd, Dr. Sanderson, he's not your friend. In fact, none of those people out there are your friend. I am your friend.
Oh, and thank you, Doctor, and I'm yours.
And your sister? She's at the bottom of this conspiracy against you. She's trying to get you locked up. Just this afternoon, she had your commitment papers drawn up. She's got your law of attorney and the key to your safety box.
Veda did all of that in one afternoon? She is quite the whirlwind.
By God, man, don't you have any righteous indignation?
Doctor, my mother always used to say, Elwood, in this world, Elwood, she would always call me Elwood. In this world, Elwood, you always have to be oh so smart or oh so pleasant. For years, I was smart, but I recommended pleasant. You may quote me.
The same to you, but Mr. Dowd, I will do anything to help you, even if it means locking her up. Would you like me to do that?
No, Doctor, not that you don't have a nice place out here and everything, but I just think that Veda would be much happier at home with Harvey and I, and Myrtle Lane. Miss Kelly! Oh, diviner grace has never seen such an enchanted face. Ovid's fifth elegy. You've never looked lovelier, my dear.
I'll never feel happier, Mr. Dowd. I know it.
Well!
Yes, Doctor. Yes, Doctor.
Say, maybe this rabbit cake is a good one. Kelly never kissed me before. Maybe I'd be able to remember more of that poem. Okay, you're discharged.
Take your hands off that man!
What?
Apologize to Mr. Dowd.
Apologize to this guy with the rabbit?
Apologize! Apologize!
Oh, I apologize, buddy. This is the way out. If I leave, I'll remember.
Just a minute. Mr. Dowd, tell me, do women always come up to you just now as Miss Kelly did and do as she did?
From time to time. I encourage it, even.
To hell with decency! I've got to have that rabbit! Go ahead and knock.
Just a minute, Mr. Dowd. Dr. Chumley, do you agree with my diagnosis?
Yes. Call them all in.
Mrs. Simmons, Judge Gaffney, will you step out here for a minute, please?
Has it been settled?
Yes. I find that I concur with Dr. Sanderson.
Thank you, Doctor.
Well, it's wonderful. What a relief.
Good boy.
Well, let's celebrate. I have a whole bunch of bars listed in the back of this book.
This injection carries out a very violent reaction, and I can't give it to him without his consent. Will he give it?
Of course he will, if I ask him.
Give up the rabbit? I doubt it.
Well, don't ask him, just give it to him.
Bessie's barn dance, Blondie's chicken inn, better late than never, Benny's driving, the moose patty. Veda, I think we'll go to the moose patty. I'm gonna call for a table. How many should I say are coming?
Oh, Elwood.
Mr. Dowd, I have a Formula 977 that will be good for you. Will you take it?
You won't see this rabbit anymore, Elwood.
But you will see your responsibilities, your duties.
If it was your idea, Doctor, I'm sure it's a fine one. And if I happen to see anyone in my travels who needs it, I'll be sure to recommend it. But it's not for me.
You see that, Doctor? You see that, Judge? This is what we have to put up with.
Veda, do you want me to take it?
Elwood, I only want what's best for you. I'm your sister. I've known you for years. I would do anything for you. That Harvey wouldn't do anything for you. He's making you into a fool. Don't be a fool, Elwood.
Oh, I won't, Veda.
Why, you could amount to something. You could be on the Western Slopes water board right now if only you'd go over and ask them.
Oh, okay, Veda, okay. If that's what you want, Harvey and I will go over and ask them tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I don't want to see another tomorrow if it means Myrtle May and I have to live with that big white rabbit. Our friends never come to see us anymore. We have no social lives. We have no lives at all. We're both miserable. I wish I were dead, but maybe you don't care.
I've always wanted Veda to have everything she wants. I'll take it, Doctor. Where do I go?
Right in Dr. Sanderson's office, Mr. Dowd.
Say goodbye to the old fellow for me, won't you?
How long will this take, Doctor?
Just a few minutes, if you'll all please wait outside.
We'll
Please
wait.
hurry. Dr. Sanderson said it would only be a few minutes.
No, Mother, don't fidget.
How can I help it?
Come in.
I'm looking for a little short... Ah, there you are. Lady, you jumped out of my cab without paying me.
Oh, I'm sorry. How much do I owe you?
All the way out here from town, $2.75.
$2.75. Could have sworn I brought my change purse. Myrtle, do you have $2.75 I could use to pay this man?
I spent all the money that Uncle Elwood gave me on my new hairdo.
Judge, do you happen to have $2.75 I could use to pay this cab driver?
Sorry, nothing but a check.
We don't take checks.
I know.
Oh, Dr. Chumley, do you happen to have $2.75 I could borrow to pay this man?
Sorry, haven't got my wallet or time to get it. Gotta get back to the injection.
Well, I'll just have to get it from my brother, but he's in there getting an injection, so you'll just have to wait.
You're gonna get that money from your brother, and he's in there getting some of that stuff they shoot out here?
Yes, it'll only be a minute.
Lady, I want my money now.
Well, you'll just have to wait. Besides, I wanted you to drive us back to town anyway.
And I said, I want my money now, or I'm nosing my cab back to town, and you can wait for the bus at 6 in the morning.
All of the pig-headed stubborn things
I should say so.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing that $2.75 couldn't fix. You heard me. Take it or leave it.
I'll have to go in there and get Elwood. Dr. Chumley, can I see Elwood for a moment? This man won't wait.
Don't be too long, Mr. Dowd.
Elwood, I seem to have come off without my change purse. Do you think you could pay this man $2.75? But don't give him any more. He's been very rude.
Oh, of course, Veda. Hello, my name is Elwood P. Dowd.
Lothrin's mine. EJ.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Lothrin. So you've met my sister, Veda, my niece, Myrtle May, and Judge Gaffney?
Hello.
So tell me, Mr. Lothrin, do you live around here?
Yeah, I lived around here all my life.
Oh, and do you enjoy your work?
It's okay. I've been driving for Apex Cab for 15 years. Oh, but you see, my brother Joe, he's been driving for Brown Cab pretty near 12.
Oh, so you've been driving for Apex and your brother Joe for Browns? That's interesting, isn't it, Veda?
Better get on with this, Mr. Dowd.
Oh, of course, of course. Mr. Lothrin, I live with my niece and my sister, and I'd like to invite you and your brother to come to dinner with me one night this week. What would work for you?
I couldn't come any night of the week except Tuesday. I'm on duty all the rest of the week.
Then Tuesday it will be. We would be delighted to have you. Won't we, Veda?
Elwood, I'm sure this man has friends of his own.
Veda, one can never have too many friends.
Elwood, go along. Don't want to keep Dr. Chumley waiting. That's rude.
Oh, of course. Here you are, Mr. Lothrin. Keep the change. It's a pleasure meeting you.
You too. Sweet guy.
Certainly, you could have waited.
Oh no. Lady, I've been driving this route for 15 years. I brought them out here to get that stuff and taking them back after they had it. It changes them.
Well, I certainly hope so.
And you ain't kidding. On the way out here, they sit back, they enjoy the ride. They talk to me. Sometimes we stop, watch the sunset, and look at the birds flying. Sometimes we stop and look at the birds when there aren't any birds, and watch the sunset while it's raining. We always have a great time, and I always get a big tip. But afterwards, oh no.
Afterwards, oh no. What do you mean by afterwards, oh no?
They crab. They yell at me to watch the brakes, watch the lights, watch the intersection. They scream at me to hurry. They have no faith in me or my buggy. Yes, the very same cab, the very same driver, going over the very same road. It's no fun. Worse, no tips.
But my brother would have tipped you anyway. He's a very generous man, always has been.
Not after this, he won't be. After this, he'll be a perfectly normal human being. And you know what terrible people they make. Glad I met you. I'll wait.
Judge, Yakky, Myrtle May, stop it! Put it out of there! Don't give it to him!
You can't go in there. He's giving the injection.
Mother, stop this.
Oh, you stop it! I don't like people like that! I don't want Elwood like that!
Do something with it, Judge. Mother, stop it.
Oh, you shut up! I've lived longer than you. I remember your father. I remember my father. I remember...
What's going on out here? What's all this commotion?
What's the trouble, Doc? She sounding off again?
He wants to stop the injection.
You haven't given it to him yet, have you?
No, but we're ready. Wilson, take her away.
Leave me alone.
You don't know what you want. You didn't want this rabbit either.
And what's so bad about Harvey? If Myrtle May and Elwood and I want to live with Harvey, it's nothing to you. You don't have to come around anymore. It's none of your business. Elwood!
Oh, there, Beta. She's been through a lot today.
Have it your way. I'm not giving up my game at the club again, no matter how big the animal is.
Come along, Elwood. Let's get out of here. I hate this place. I wish I'd never seen it. Oh, my change purse. Must have been here all along. I could have paid that driver myself. Harvey. Come along, Elwood. Come along, Myrtle.
But see here.
It's whatever Beta wants, Doctor. You know, Doctor, I've always known what my family thinks of Harvey, but I've often wondered what Harvey's family thinks of me.
Come along, Elwood.
Harvey! Oh, there you are! Doctor, you're standing in his way! Harvey, I have been looking everywhere for you. Where have you been?
Mr. Shad, we just want to thank you for everything you've done because you are so involved in the school in every way with the elementary school, the junior high, the high school. You do everything for us. And you will forever be one of my favorite teachers, even though I've never actually had you as a teacher.
I want a hug from Mr. Chatham later, but I'm here to thank Miss Welch. She guided me and Sydney through our internship. We were kind of in charge of building the set and designing it. She guided us through all of the challenges we faced. She let me vent to her like 24/7, which was very helpful during Tech Week. Thank you, Miss Welch.
Mr. Worsted. I know you don't really like this stuff, but we've come a really long way just in the last week, and thanks for putting up with us and helping us make this great show.
And before we let you go, we would like to thank some people as well. I do have emotions, even though they don't think that I do. So we would like to thank two of our interns. We had 3 interns this year, but 2 of our interns are here with us tonight, and we absolutely could not have done this show without them. So first, we would like to thank Sydney Brake for all of her hard work. And Matt McGuire, and the set would not have looked like this without him. Great kid, very motivated and dedicated to the show, and awesome. See, I'm terrible at these things. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.